Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays KSP. This is episode 55, and in today's episode we are finally taking care of our Laythe arrivals. And by doing so I do mean the wondrous and beastie SSTO that we have launched a couple of episodes ago, the Bast. Just to recap, Bast is a huge SSTO built by OPT, Orbital Portal Technologies, spaceplane parts, and it is intended to be landing on the surface of Laythe and deploy a mobile rover that is supposed to be going on the surface of Laythe wherever we choose to. So just to recap, the rough plan is we have two craft that are incoming. One is the Bast, which is this guy, and then we have spacedock. Spacedock has two SSTOs that are designed to go to the Laythe, scout the location where we will be deploying the Bast, and then we will be landing the Bast, deploying the base, and hopefully we will have a self-sustaining base on Laythe. That's the plan anyway. And as you can see, I am fiddling a little bit with the maneuver nodes. So, well, given some of your feedback, I've decided to show it still, but reduce it to significantly. So it will be hopefully less fiddlage and more flyage. That's the plan. So of course, this will obviously take some amount of time because we have 22 minutes until our maneuver node, and the two craft that we will be taking care of in this episode, one is powered by nukes, which means a little bit longer burn than I would like, and the Bast is carborundrum, so that one should hopefully have significantly smaller. So once again, just playing a little bit with the maneuver node, trying to figure out what would be the best approach. And you are being shown everything in 3 times acceleration. So, and here we have a nice encounter, and we will be going in the right direction, that's for sure. Then we will be going, hopefully, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that encounter. Great. And that is total 67.9 meters per second burn. Okay, back to the Bast. We have Dengard Kerman, who is the pilot for the mission. And we have a couple more. I'm not exactly 100% sure about the crew roster, but I know that for a fact that we have roughly 4 or 5 Kerbals that are in the popsicle state as thanks to the deep freeze mod in the Bast itself. Okay, so let's kick in a little bit of time acceleration, and then we will be doing the maneuver node burn. That's supposed to be happen in 2 minutes and, now, let's say, because I decided to time accelerate because simply there is no point in waiting. Right. Dengard, you look extremely happy, buddy. I hope that your smile will bring us good fortune. Yes. Right. And we burn. Like I said, it's a tiny burn, only 11 seconds, and the carborundrum drives are very powerful, and we have plenty of fuel. So, okay, let's just see our approach. Our actual versus the planned. Okay, so the periapsis is slightly high-ish. Let's us burn until we close it down. Okay, 444. That's more my numbers. Awesome. Okay, with that being said, let us just add an orbital insertion, and we do want to be inserted in the orbit around Laythe. So, and that will be a beefier, so 1095 meters per second. But then again, I mean, there's no need for us to wait in the galaxy screen or in the system screen. Let's just time accelerate as we see the dance of the Julian moons behind us. Oh, and in 15 minutes we will be having our Joule spacedock with booster that will be taking that plunge. Okay, sure. just want to record the Bast from various angles because it's just damn beautiful. I mean, for me, the most important thing when I'm designing a space plane or something, it has to look good. If it's not looking good, yeah, I don't feel it. I cannot fly it. Okay, yes, space dock. Okay, let's switch to that one. Great. So this is our space dock, the one that I've talked about. It is 3 components. One is obviously the whole behemoth rocket that is, you know, handling stuff. The second part is the 2 SSTOs that will be landing and hopefully returning from Laythe. Those are our scouts, and since Joule is so far out, we double up in terms of that because we can. And the third and most important part would be the base component, where these guys will be docking at, and the whole point of this one is to... Yeah, sorry for a little bit of flippage there. I just needed to make sure that everything is a-okay when it comes to our approach to Laythe. So, okay, ensuring that we have... Okay, not Val. I was thinking maybe I could use Val to actually slow down, but then again, why would we want to do that if we can go directly to Laythe? So, yeah, see, that's much better. The only point is if I choose this trajectory, I will be crashing into the Laythe, or basically litho braking. So I might want to choose a little bit more cautious road. Okay, and this I think puts us in the wrong, okay, orbiting direction. Okay, this one is much better. Great. Okay, that being said, let us just tweak the approach a little bit, and that one is supposed to happen in 32 days. Well, 32 days is the, 32 days is the Laythe. This one is 2 days, right? And that's basically the correction burn, so also tiny one, 57.3 meters per second. I've learned that over the time that you want to really be making these guys as small as possible, because obviously the earlier you make them, the smaller the correction is. So, yeah. Okay, pointing maneuver node prograde, and then we will be executing our burn. And here our pilot of choice is Gregkin Kerman. I believe we also have at least a couple of Kerbals in deep freeze. Or at least we should. Or maybe they're supposed to arrive, I no longer recall, maybe they're supposed to arrive in SSTO Bast and then they dock to the station and then we transfer them. I'll have to actually double check on that, but I think it's each crew separately, because this is the crew for the space station while the other crew is actually for our Laythe base. Yes. Okay, we have a total of 18-second burn. That's supposed to happen in roughly 3 minutes. Righto. Maybe I didn't mention, I mean, Duna is my favorite planet, but I really enjoy Julian system, I mean Laythe, Val, and all others, because they give you a feeling it's so far away. It gives you that advanced feeling of exploration and stuff. They are far, but they're not like as far as Sarnus or Urlum or other planets, so you can still get to them within the reasonable amount of time, especially if you're playing with Kerbal construction time. So yes. And the life support, which makes everything a little bit more tedious in terms of maintenance, but that's one of the challenges we are facing here. Right. Okay, let's kill this maneuver node. Let's just examine what is our approach. Seems nice enough. just needs a little bit tweak here and there. Okay, and roughly to 400 as well. 414. Great. Okay, plopping the maneuver node at the periapsis just to make sure that we circularize in the same fashion, because both of them have the same destination. It's Laythe. And hopefully we should be assembling Laythe orbital station within the next couple of episodes, I hope. So similar thing to what we have at Duna, just around Laythe. It won't be exactly the same because of, you know, different requirements, but yeah. Okay, that will be a total of 12:54, and that would be a longish burn, 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So, okay, then let's just point our craft maneuver prograde, hopefully, and then we will be switching back to our SSTO Laythe Bast. You know, for those of you that have joined recently, I'm choosing the names for my SSTOs from the Egyptian mythology, and Bast being the good mother and protector of families. Well, this one is supposed to be nourishing for the mobile base rover that we are hoping to deploy. Here we go. This is a Bast. Ain't she beautiful? I just cannot say this enough. I really like what it looks. So far, it flew as well as it looked. When we come to Laythe, I hope that will still be the case. Otherwise, I'm gonna have one hell of a thing landing this bad boy. Or bad girl, actually. Right. Let us correct the angle as Jules softly approaches from the distance. Sorry for a little bit flickering here. This is KSP 1.1.3 because I started it then, and I have so many mods that it's very hard for me to actually update. So, like I said, the next series that I will be running, it will probably be completely stock. For obvious hilarity reasons. Oh, look at that. Well, guys, there are some additional screenshots. I will definitely be screenshotting this, and I will be posting it for my patrons who decide to support me on Patreon, so they will have access to all of the high-resolution screenshots from this series, pretty much in the same way as I did for the Interplanetary Voyage Series 1. If you haven't checked my Imager library for that, do check it out. I will link it in the description below. Also, for those of you that feel that this is actually some great footage, you would like to support me, do support me on Patreon. Right, and here we come with Laythe and Jewel. Beautiful. I decided to run it a little bit time accelerated because, yeah, you know, we have to check what is our approach and stuff. Okay, just double checking what is our time to burn, correcting the aircraft, space plane actually, to look very cool, and then let us continue. The estimated burn is 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and it's supposed to happen in 46 minutes. But before that, we are currently transitioning within the Laythe sphere of influence. So what I hope to happen is that we will be, yeah, now we are high in space above Laythe. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up real quick and let you enjoy the view. Isn't it glorious? Isn't it magnificent? Oh well, I certainly think so. Now, let us once again turn the spaceplane for style points, obviously, and then time accelerate until our maneuver node burn. Oh, and we have Jewel Rise just behind Laythe. Awesome. Beautiful. Right, let's close this. So, okay, we have a total of 2 minutes and 54 seconds burn. I'm obviously showing everything at 4 times time acceleration, and I'm hitting the F1 screenshot key like there's no mañana here, so yes. I won't post all of them because then it would be like 20 of the same, but the best pictures I will for sure be posting. Okay, and we are burning. Look at that. I'm just trying to find the best angle, but these alone are dang good. Right, so carborundrum drives. Okay, I think this one was sort of the best one, I would say. We get a bit of Laythe, a bit of Joule, and I think behind that, I guess it's Tylo, perhaps? Some of you might wonder why this aircraft has such huge wings. The point of it is I want it to be stable at the lower speeds, because we do want to land on Laythe, and this is heavy as one high quality pork, or it's a big swine. So yes, the point is that it lands kind of gently. Although I'm always scared I'm gonna drop it like a freaking ton of bricks, but that's a different story. Vanguard is happy, all the systems are working, look rearing to go, everything looks nominal. And after this we will be inserted in the orbit around Laythe, so that's a huge feat for the Kerbal kind. We have launched probes, obviously. We had Jeb who went went around, saw a little bit of Julian's system. Then we had, I believe it was John T or Rem T, I'm not sure, who actually gave his life in terms of getting us some science in the serious one so that we could unlock the wonders of carborundrum drives and all that jazz. So their sacrifice is very much valued, and it is because of them that we are here today. Yeah, I'm glad that you agree, Vanguard. He's nodding towards me. Right. Okay, 60 meters per second to burn. We are closing on our desired periapsis or apoapsis. Sorry. 454. Let's put it to 44. And here we go. Wonderful. Okay, let us just check how our orbit looks. And we are close even to this orbital dock. Wonderful. Okay, thinking about it, I'm actually thinking how cool would it look a view from the cockpit, perhaps, especially in terms of Joule Rise. Then I realized that this craft has very, very small windows. Still, maybe it would be worth a look. Not the Joule Rise, but the sunrise at Laythe. Let's try it. I have set up a maneuver node just to make sure that my craft is oriented and looking in the right place. Hitting the time acceleration a little bit. And... and the bar blocks our way. Well, that's an epic fail. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, here's a cool screenshot, at least from this perspective. And we have Joule on the other side, obviously, providing a beautiful backdrop for some more screenshots. Oh, actually, I think those are Val and Tylo, probably. Right, just wanted to do a little bit circle. Sorry, my frame rate sometimes dips. I try to keep it as smooth as possible, but it's actually hard to scroll mouse around when your frame rate is stuttering. I have a beefy machine, but I ran with a metric crap ton of mods, so yes. I believe that's the problem, and that the fact that it's KSP 1.1.3, so... But nonetheless, we managed to capture some beautiful screenshots. And look at that, I believe that this is our station or something that is just small dot in front of the sun, actually. I think it's actually the space dock that we will be hoping to dock with. Some more glory shots. Maybe from this angle, yes. You know, when we spend all that effort to actually get here, might as well enjoy some beautiful shots. I'm pretty sure Dengard agrees. I think it looks better from this angle. Oh, this might actually be the screen cap for the episode today. Oh yes, look at that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that for the screenshot for the episode. I'm pretty sure of that. Beautiful shot. Okay, that covers our SSTO Bast. Time to go to the space dock. I think we will be going roughly through the same procedure. So, same procedure as last year. Oh, last couple of minutes. Dance of the Julian system. Joule coming ever so closer. We are approaching from a different angle, so you can understand why Joule looks different. And I'm sorry for this occasional flicker. I don't know why it happens, but it happens once or twice as I'm approaching. Then it should be stable. Oh, look. And even Laythe went into the shadow of Joule. That's just beautiful. As we are approaching, so is Laythe. Okay, here we go. I think we just want to stop and correct for style points, obviously. I mean, if you think about it, these two flights to Laythe are actually crowdfunded. So we need to bring back beautiful screenshots for, you know, the crowdfunding crowd, because, you know, they are big kind of fans of space on Kerbal. So Gregkin obviously needs to provide screenshots in order to keep the campaign and funding running. Otherwise, our space program would quickly run out of funds and close, you know. There we go. Similar glory shot to the one that we had with SSTO Bast. I mean, they're both undergoing the same procedure, just different dance of the planets, so to say. Oh, right. Alarm. Okay, we have an estimated burn of 6 minutes and 11 seconds, and that will be happening in 43 minutes and... yeah, 43 minutes roughly. However, it will be, you know, a little bit longer because this is a little bit older technology, but still it works, so why not use it? Carborundum is a little bit hard resource to get, so we want to save it. Oh, and look at that Val shadow passing over Joule. Wow. Shutting up once again. it was a little bit shorter, but okay. Anyway, I'm thinking since we will be taking screenshot from another angle, let's just align. You know, crowdfunding. Tough crowd. Have to please them. Right. Now, let's see. Spacedock, 10 minutes to maneuver node. And there we go. This is also very much screenshot worthy. Hell yes. Look at that. Oh, awesome. Okay. So we have maneuver node in 4 minutes, and actually it will be much before that because of the length of the burn. It's supposed to be happening in a couple of... So if the burn is 6 minutes, I think we should be burning right about... Oh, now! Yeah, burn, burn, burn! Go, go, go! Whew, that was a close one. Oh, and that beautiful red glow of the nukes, just in front of Jewel, to change its color from Julian green to the nuke LVN red. Beautiful. And I think this is also a screenshot worth of posting for sure. I think I still prefer my Bast SSTO as a screen for the episode, but you know, inserting this bad boy will also certainly take some amount of time. So I do apologize, it's a little bit longer burn, but you're still seeing it like 3 times time accelerated, I believe, so yeah. Anyway, let me just quickly talk about some of the channel updates. I'm still continuing with Interplanetary Voyage. We'll see how far that one will run. At least until I assemble the bases, land the SSTOs, and then we'll see where we end up. After that, I'm planning to have possibly a stock campaign. And with stock campaign, I mean full bells and whistles, missions, and all that jazz in the Kerbal space program. And you know, transport fever continues as normal. Mashenki, I'm a little bit divided whether I like it or not. I mean, the game is fine, it's kind of fun, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I'll probably play it for some time to come. We'll see how it goes. Naval Action Legends, I'm loving the fights, and now I have some crowd to play with, so it's actually quite fun to see those happening. I hope you like the content, let me know what you think. And also, I'll also try every week or every other week to bring you at least one new game or new indie title that maybe you have or haven't heard about. See how it looks. I mean, it doesn't need to be indie, it can be whatever, but which I find interesting in a sort of first look, because I think that you guys might appreciate, you know, some highlights or, you know, taking a look at something. So, and I have been getting some Steam keys of the games to preview or review or whatnot. I think first looks and previews will be more likely, because for review at least my policy is that I need at least 10 hours to get the feel of the game and stuff, and I'm pretty much busy with recording all these wonderful episodes, so we'll see how it goes. That is anyway the plan. On other notes, last week we have launched the Patreon page. And also it took me like roughly a week or so to update all of the screenshots from the Interplanetary Voyage Series 1, which I just mentioned a little while ago. That one is visible for everyone and on Imager, and as for my other series, others will be for patrons. Right, that is... I mean, it's a huge library, I think 126 screenshots in total, and they're put in chronological order and linked to each individual episode. So in case you missed it, you might want to just, you know, if you want to recap how the story went, you might go in and check it out. Leave a like, give me a comment what you think about it and stuff. Yeah. Okay, we are clearly still burning 370 meters per second to shed, and the moment we will be done with that, then I will probably, since we are already at the 30 meter mark, I'll bid you all thank you very much for watching. Like if you like, hit subscribe, support us on Patreon, and well, you can still connect with Facebook and Twitter and the GrunfWorks subreddit, which is also launched I think half a year ago, but I haven't touted it much here, so all of these are provided in the description of this video. I'm trying basically to see if I can connect with my viewers other than the comment section, so you know, this is a place to hang out and where we can share ideas, put the comments and whatnot. And of course, if you have any suggestions or critiques, please do post them. I'm really eager to hear them, and I'm not promising that I will always fix things or that I'll have the time to, because yeah, being a parent of a 2-year-old is a bit demanding, but I'll try my best, because you know, you guys are very important to me and I really want to make sure that I produce high quality content and in good volume, so to keep you guys entertained. Righto, Gregkin, are you glowing yet, man? Well, he's silent as this is burning and he's just in the groove, I guess. 34 meters per second and 24, so we will be reducing the thrust by a little bit. Yes, 50%, 40, 30, 25, and almost there. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Couple of glory shots. All those nukes. You know. Yeah, I also wanted to do a little bit of showing you the craft itself for those of you that might have missed it. Which actually brings us to the end of this episode. So, killing the maneuver node, our orbit looks stable. So guys, like if you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.